Okay, welcome everyone to the semi-finals of the competitive league, Metrics Daily League. This is week 4, and we've got here Baz's Scales, which is Cayle McCreath from Auckland, versus Nick Butcher over in Sydney, Australia. I'll just put some names on the board there so we can see who's who. Okay. Alright, so Nick's already getting in there with the Dawnblade attack, and Cayle's going to come straight out and block that, but Nick does have a Razor Reflex here. And Cayle's coming straight back with the Unmovable on that. He does not want to take any damage on this first turn. Really important against Warrior that you can just shut those attacks down. You don't want to let them get counters at all. And being able to keep them out of those extra attacks really helps with that. Alright, so Cayle leading off his turn with a quick and quiet, a Blessing of Deliverance. Just building up for that next turn. And I reckon we're going to see a hammer attack after this if he feels like following through. And here comes the hammer for 6. Nick's hand very weak here. He's not going to be able to block much of that, and I don't think he wants to. Alright, looks like he's thinking about blocking here. This hammer is just so good, it puts so much pressure into the game early. 6 attack for discarding 2 cards. Not even discarding, pitching them. How good is that? Alright, so Nick takes 3 there, and over to his turn he's going on straight onto the Tunic, and he's got a fairly weak hand here, so I think he's going to look to go for a weapon attack, and perhaps a Remembrance follow through. Let's see what he does. Alright, he's going to lead in with Life for a Life. Not seeing many people play that. Interesting card in Warrior. I'm not sure what it's going to be doing for him. 4 attack. He's gaining a life here. Oh, and he's following through with the Razor Reflex. Alright, so Cayle's going to take 3, and Nick's going to gain 1 there. And of course he's got Go Again from both of those effects. Okay, and he just wants the Energy Potion out here. Obviously Nick's building up for some later turns here. He's doing something slightly different to your traditional Warrior build. And Cayle going in with Blessing. I'm sure he's going to gain 2 here. Blessing typically gains 2 out of 3. But he's got the full 3 here. Alright, Cayle switching to a very defensive mode. Stonewall Confidence. And he's swinging in with the Anathoth for another 6 attack. Alright, next going to take the full 6 there. He's got a very offensive hand, so he, I think, is going to look to maximise that with the Tunic on 3. Energy Potion in play. He's going to swing for maximum damage potential here. Let's see what he does. Okay, pitching the Remembrance into the Life for a Life play, and again he's got that Razor Reflex waiting in hand, expecting Cayle to block down. Cayle blocking here for, what is it, 6 or 7? Okay, he's blocking for 5. Alright, Dawnblade goes in. So Life for a Life obviously giving go again here. Alright. So he's put the Razor Reflex down in the arsenal. And he's just sneaked in for a little bit of damage here. Oh, and look at that hand there for Nick. 2 Enlightened Strikes sitting there. Iron Song Domination. Termination. My gosh. So, Cayle coming in here with the Disable Yellow. That's looking to trash the arsenal. Eight attack here. I don't think Nick's going to be able to get past this. Can he get 4 in front of it? Now, I'm surprised he chose to block with the cards here. I thought he would have brought out the equipment at this point to do some blocking for him, but he's opted to take the cards out instead. Alright, going in with Enlightened Strike. And he's opted to draw a card from that effect. So 5 attack. No go again, but of course he does have the Red Razor Reflex sitting there in the arsenal. And Cayle's just straight blocking with 3. And here it comes, Razor. 8 attack. Going over there with go again. Okay, and he's opted to load up his arsenal and end the turn there. So Nick obviously doing everything he can to preserve that card advantage. He wants to really play for later turns here. He's not letting anything through. He's not pushing too much. Just taking it very slowly. Very relaxed approach to this game. Alright, and Spinal Crush coming in here. So that is a big attack here. And again, Nick's going to struggle to get enough defense onto that. 9 attack. He's only got 6-8 defense in hand. Sigil cannot defend. So I'd expect he will probably take a couple of cards, maybe one of the equipment as well. Oh, Steelblade Shunt. Life for a Life in there. Fate for Seam blocking out that. And then with the Dawnblade. Dawnblade's going to take a block. And the Sigil will go down. I think we're going to be here a while, given the speed of this game and the defensive nature of both of these decks. Alright, Cayle coming in with the Anathos. Just the 4 attack on this one. And Steelblade comes out to pop 1 damage to Cayle. Okay, so the Warrior's Valor on Dawnblade, fully blocked there. It's really important to get through those attacks, just block them out. You really got to shut those Warrior players down. You can't let them get that damage in. Once those decks start to build up counters and get more attacks through, it can be really tricky to get back past it. Alright, so Nick's got the tunic up to 3 again, and he's got the Enlightened Strike coming in here, putting the blue Iron Song on the bottom. And what mode is he selecting? I'm going to assume here he's selected 7 attack. And Cayle's pulling out the unmovable for 8. Sigil from Arsenal to gain 3. And the Iron Song going down. So again here, Nick just being really consistent with that play. He's really looking to preserve his board position and keep the maximum amount of cards here in hand for himself. Alright, and Cayle's losing his Seismic Surge token and just swinging in with the Anathos. Again, that's only 4 attack. Cayle not getting a lot of value here. He's going very defensive, looking to keep tempo and play for a later game. Alright, Nick opting to block 3 and take 1 through. Now he's got a very strong double Iron Song hand. So he's popped Iron Song here, gone in with the Dawnblade. So that's only a small attack, but it's still putting that pressure on Cayle. He's got to defend here. Alright, and he's taking out the legs. Stroke of Foresight comes out. That Sigil's going straight to the bottom. He does not want that at the moment. Oh no, he put the Sigil on top. Okay, Cayle's probably... Alright, he's opting for another Anathos attack. This one's coming through for 6. And Nick's going to take off that Tunic token. Oh, hang on. He's thinking about this. So Nick can probably afford to take the damage here. I would expect he might go Fate for Scene and maybe the Sigil as well. And just look to push, but he might defend here. Okay, he's going to defend for... Oh no, he's changed it. Yep, he's going to go back to his original play and Steelblade Shunt there. Get that 1 damage through to Cayle. And it's only a yellow shunt, so he's going to still take 1 damage from that Anathos attack. Okay, so a very strong attacking turn there for our boy Nick. He has been blocked out by Cayle. Alright, the Blessing triggers, gains 2. Alright, Command and Conquer coming in for 6 here. I think Nick's probably going to opt to take some of this damage. I'd say he'd go for a standard play, block 3, take 3. He's not too worried here at 30 life apiece. There's a lot of room to play with. Alright, he's going to go for the full block. He wants to preserve that Arsenal card. And he's in with the weapon. 3 attack here, straight block and turn. Okay, that's an easy one. Alright, Cayle starts off with the Seismic token and then another Command and Conquer. So that's all 3 Command and Conquers gone now from Cayle's deck. So he's really going to have to build back up a bit of what's in his deck. He's discarded a lot of his power cards here to go on the defense. So he's going to be looking for those remembrances to come through and give him a bit more a bit more, you know, wheat in the mill. Okay, Nick happy here to take the damage and let that Fate Foreseen go. Not sure. Yeah, I guess he can't get past it with 3 defense reactions and a potion, so that was that. Alright, so Nick's built up there with another energy potion. He's got a fairly potent hand for the next turn, but Cayle's coming in here with an Anathos, and that's for 6 attack. So these Anathos attacks, they just keep the pressure on. Allows Guardian to really preserve that tempo that it's known for. 6 attack is a quarter of the life total here, but Nick's got the Steelblade Shun from the arsenal, and that's going to just pop through for 1 life and defend the attack. Alright, over to next turn, he's going to pitch the Shunt, go Warrior's Valor into Dawnblade. So that's a small attack, a little bit threatening. 4 attack, go again. But Cayle's got a heavily defensive hand here, 3 defense reactions, there's no way this is getting through. So this is generally a really bad matchup for Warrior, just because the Guardian deck just plays so defensively, and it makes it hard for the Warrior to really get that momentum it looks to gain and swing through with what it needs to. But Nick obviously has played this matchup a lot of times, he's very experienced, and he knows what he's doing here. Alright, Anathos coming back in for 6. I think we're going to see Sink Below here. And Nick really preserving the value of his equipments here. Not looking to pull those out at all. Cayle's obviously popped 1 already. But Nick hasn't even looked at them for defense so far. He's quite happy to use the cards in his hand. And just play the tempo of the game as it needs to be. Okay, we've got the last ditch effort and the Sink Below block. And the last ditch is going on the bottom. And that shuts that attack down for the turn. In comes Scar for a Scar. Nick has the lower life, so he's going to get the go again there. So a 4 attack pushing through. Cayle's got a Sink Below in hand. Let's just check out what Sink Below is that. That is the red one. Okay, Cayle's happy to take 1 life here. And Nick's happy to gain 1 life off the Heart Pitch into a Dawnblade attack. Spinal Crush coming out to block, so 1 damage pending. Yep, just the 1 for the turn. Alright, Anathos coming in for 4. Fate Foreseen. Bit of a sleepy mode, these two playing. They're just really happy to defend out those attacks. Alright, Scar for a Scar coming in again, 4 attack, and let's go again. And I think again we're seeing a red Sink Below in hand for Cayle. But he's not wanting to use that at this time. He's happy to block the 3 and take the 1. And next got the follow through with the Dawnblade. Blocking again. Here comes the stroke. Alright, this time we're putting it on the bottom. Just getting a little bit of damage though. Alright, the old play. In comes the hammer. Sink Below fully blocking that. And Nick's opting to cycle 1 card. So Nick's very happy to see those Steelblade Shunts now, remembering that Cayle has used all of his Command and Conquers. So Nick is free to block here. And each time that Anathos comes in, it's just 1 damage getting through that Nick can rely on. Alright, and the double block on the Dawnblade there Just stops that Warrior's Valor from popping. Leaves Cayle with 1 card in hand. All he's going to do is, of course, pop the weapon and swing with the hammer. So that is only 4 attack here. Let's see if Nick realizes that. Does have that Steel Blade lying down, and it's going to be Steel Blade using the Tunic mana. Get that 1 damage in, and get a full hand for the next turn. Alright, weapons going in. So just a pleasant 3 attack here, and Cayle's going straight up to the big defense. Unmovable. 4-7. Is Nick going to try and break through this? Okay, looks like he is. Alright, so Nick there did not want to break through, he just wanted another attack. So he went in there with the Flock, got the Quicken token, and got that card down into the arsenal for next turn. So I really like what Nick's doing here. He's just really baiting out Cayle's plays, getting those high-powered cards out of Cayle's deck, and forcing him through to a late game that Nick's very content to control. He's pitching his last-ditch efforts, his Ironsong Determinations. He's getting all those cards he needs on the bottom, so that he's playing his A game at the end of the match. I really like that approach. I think it's very strategic. Alright, Anathos coming in here. Does Nick care? I wouldn't think so. Take the damage. Yeah, there you go. He likes it. He takes the damage. 4 damage. Ain't nothing. Alright, pitching the Glint. Going with Steelblade Supremacy. Dawnblade. Okay, so we got 5 attack. And threatening the draw a card. Okay, big defense there. 8 defense. So Flock comes in after that. So the Dawnblade, of course, got go again from Quicken. And Flock will regenerate a Quicken token. Nick was revealing and then pitching or playing the Sigil to gain 3 up to 24. And Flock comes through for a little bit of damage. So both players playing fairly evenly here on life, but Cayle just not keeping up with Nick in terms of board position. So Nick's got 2 energy potions, the Quicken token, a full hand, an arsenal card, and he's stacked his deck to have what he needs in it. Cayle is really playing catch-up mode here. Alright, so Cayle goes through with the Remembrance, chucks back a bit of gas into his library, and then chucks down his card into the arsenal. Meanwhile, Nick's up to 3 on the Tunic. He's pitching here. Okay, he's going in with Supremacy and Dawnblade. Plenty of energy floating there. Quicken token's going to pop, so he's got go again. That's 5 attack. Alright, so Cayle bringing out the defense there. And he's planned that. He's planned that 100%. Defense reactions, shuts that attack down, not letting anything through. See you, bye-bye, next turn. Alright, Anathos comes out again. And that's blocked through with the Steelblade Shunt. Next, going for the Warrior's Valor and Dawnblade play. He does not want to do the double Remembrance turn. Just looking to keep that pressure up. Keep those cards out of Cayle's hand. He really doesn't want Cayle to build up here to a full-powered hand and start to get Crippling Crusher attacks through. That would be really bad. Nick's not going to want to see that. Alright, and he's going to follow up there with a Remembrance play. What's he want back here with Remembrance? Iron Song. Okay. Steelblade. Okay. And more Iron Songs. Yeah. So he's really pushing here for that late game potential. This is going to be crazy. Once we get to that late game, you're going to see those hands that most Warrior players will look to start with. Just those hands of, 10 attack, dominate, gain 2 tokens. Oh, it's the kind of thing that you don't want to see at the end of your deck, at the end of the game when you're down to your last few cards. I don't think Cayle's got that in mind here. He's really burning a lot of his gas early. Alright, and Cayle pushing through with the Anathos here. That's only 4 attack, I believe. And that was straight sunk below from the arsenal. Alright, Chinook ticks up to 2. And Nick's got a pretty good hand here. It's a little bit slow, but I think he'll look to just push a little bit of damage through and then play out for next turn. Yep, pitching that Singing Steelblade. The Blue Warrior's Valor coming out, just +1 on the attack, 4 attack. And just baiting out another one of those unmovables here. I think Cayle really sacrificing those defensive options. Why does he want an unmovable for damage? Nick's only got 1 card left in his hand. It's really not wise. I don't think Cayle thought that one through. Alright, another Remembrance coming out here. E-Strike and 2 Warrior's Valor. That's just more of that late game, that destructive late game that we're going to see. How many cards has Nick got in the deck there? 24. So he's just built up a quarter of his deck just the way he wants it now. He's going to see some really aggressive hands coming out. And look at that. Iron Song, Steelblade, Warrior's Valor. That is a beautiful hand with those energy potions. That's going to be potent. Let's see if he goes for it. Alright, Anathos coming in for 6. I think we'll see him take the damage here. Alright, we've just been asked for a deck count on chat. So we've got 27 cards in Cayle's deck and 21 cards here in Nick's deck. Alright, so that Anathos damage was taken, just like I predicted. Of course, Nick really wants to play this aggressive hand. Warrior's Valor comes out, Steelblade comes out, Iron Sun comes out. It's all on the table. How much is that? That is huge. That is huge. Alright, that's 4, 6, 8. He's got the go again. He's got the draw card. Cayle is really going to struggle to get this one away. Eight attack with Dominate. Cayle does not have many options here. He's got the red sink below, but he's opting to use just 3 damage here, so he takes 5. Nick gets the draw card. That is another great card to see. Iron Song really sets him up for next turn. Pitching that Iron Song. And he's popping the Dawnblade for a second time. Sink below. Cayle's going to take 2. Nick's going to get that beautiful counter. And here comes another beautiful hand. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Warrior's Valor. Singing Steel Blade. That is so much momentum. He's got the tunic there. He's got the refraction there. 2 energy potions. This is really threatening for Cayle. Really threatening. Nick has played this match absolutely beautifully here. Okay, so the blessing triggers. He gains 2 life off that. And he's going to pop another blessing. And the blessing is just not doing enough here. Gaining 2 life a turn and sacrificing your tempo, I don't think it's doing enough for him. Alright, so he's pitching here to attack with the Anathos. That's going to be 6 attack. And landing unmovable down in the ghetto of the arsenal. And of course, Nick says, who cares? Take the damage. Oh no, he's going to block for a little bit. Okay, I was wrong. Okay, so through to next turn, and he's going to play Warrior's Valor red and attack there. So that is 7 attack with the token. Cayle's come prepared. He's got 7 defense. Okay, here's an extra 1 attack here. So he's got to go again off the Warrior's Valor. And he's going to go back in there. Another 4 attack. Okay, Cayle down to 1 card here. He's not going to have many options now. He's just looking at that Crippling Crush in his hand, and he's probably crying to himself a little bit, saying, how am I going to get this thing off? Blessing triggering for 2 life there. Standard 2 life gain. And Cayle's opted to draw the cards there. A little bit of wonkiness there. Well, what's happened to his hand? Somebody ate my hand. There it is. Alright, but let's not worry about that. Crippling Crush going face down there. I think Cayle's one surviving hope here is to get that Crippling Crush off. Can he afford to take a full attack for a turn? Just get that crippling off. He's still got Goliath Gauntlet, so he's got the options there. Alright, over to Nick now. On offense. What does he have in his arsenal? Okay, the Steel Blade. That's not going to do anything for him here. Alright, he's leading in with the Driving Blade. Driving Blade for 1 attack, go again. Following up with the pitch of Iron Song. Okay, that's fine. So 5 attack here, go again, and he's got the Glint in hand to possibly get round some trickiness from Cayle. Not prepared to use the Glint there. He's going to allow Cayle a turn to swing back. And that's an attack for 4. I would expect him to take the 4 here. There's not much value in blocking. But he might like to block out. Maybe just with the Skull Cap. I don't know. Stop a little bit of damage. Oh, of course, he's got the Steel Blade. Take 1. What's up? Okay, Warrior's Valor being pitched here for the Red Warrior's Valor. That's a nice 6 attack. A little bit of defense. Okay, that's fine. We'll draw up. Nick's still got a lot of gas left there in the deck. Speaking of, how many cards? 12 cards for Nick, 17 cards for Cayle. There's that mechanical keyboard you're hearing on the chat. Alright, so Nick has got a few options here, but the Crippling Crusher's in. He's got the Steel Blade in hand. He's got the Skull Cap coming out. The Refraction Bolt's coming out. Gee, you don't see them blocking often, but that's okay. Okay, so how much is that? That's 5, 6, 8. It's going to take 3. I'm surprised there that Cayle didn't pop the Goliath Gauntlet. He really needed to put that pressure on. With the life titles this low, you really want to put that pressure on the opponent. Just Nick's going to get a chance to swing back here. If he could have got that damage out, could have been a whole different story here. Horsey Atlantis saying it's all over once you get the counter. The counter is gone, Horsey Atlantis. I'm assuming Horsey Atlantis is Jordan. Jordan Nelson Fussell of Katsu fame. Won a few tournaments or something. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen. Alright, bit of a lull in gameplay here. Players working it out. Oh, the Overpower blue comes in. Overpower, not something we see a lot here, but it's 4 attack. Is he going to follow up here with the route? Surely. This is the game-breaking play, right? You're going to break his back here. Route. Send back that unmovable. Huge amounts of damage through. Yes, he's doing it. He's doing it. I can't count that high. I don't know what this is up to now. 7, 10, who knows? And he's got the glint as well. That is huge. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, very strategic here. He sent back the Crippling Crush, so he knows he can predict exactly what Cayle's going to play. Of course, we know Cayle's only got to remember it, so he couldn't play the Unmovable, which would have been the better play. But as a player with limited knowledge, you of course target back the 3 block, because there's a lot less that you can do with that as the defending player. Ooh, that's sticky. That's sticky. Setting a remembrance down. Cayle really on the ropes here. This is Nick's game. Nick's game. He's totally in control here. He's done a masterful job of stacking his deck to get exactly what he wanted in the late game. Look at that. He's able to play out an Iron Song Determination when he's got, what is this? 8 cards left. Who does that? Alright, so Staunch Response comes out. It's a great defensive option here. But I'm pretty sure Nick can get past that easy enough. Okay, he's got the options here. He's going to crack the Refraction Boulders. Give that a go again. And Cayle will be looking at his hand here and saying, man, what am I going to do? 5 defense. Here's a weapon attacking for 4. He's sitting on that Stinging Steel Blade. He's just waiting to bait out the extra attack. Doesn't need it. Up to 2 counters now. You guys can really feel the speed of the game switch. Bang, in comes that attack. Who cares? Not Nick. He's not worried. He knows what he's got. He's got an Iron Song down. Not an Iron Song, sorry. A Singing Steel Blade down, that attack reaction. He's got the Enlightened Strike in hand. He's got the Remembrance to power up his late game. If there is going to be a late game. He just has to get past that 6 life. Alright, what's he going to do here? Personally, I'd be looking to Enlightened Strike first. Get that 7 attack in. But I guess he's got no way to give it a go again, so why bother? That's why I'm not at the semi-finals, you know? He is going to go in with the Enlightened Strike. I expect he'll be giving it a go again here. I cannot hear the players, so I can't say for sure. Yep, he's giving it a go again. Just to bait out those defense cards. What a masterful play, once again. Okay, so he's got Warrior's Valor on for +2. That is a base attack of 7. And Cayle is going to let that through for a 2 attack. He's got go again here thanks to the Warrior's Valor. Oh, that's pretty bad for Cayle. The Singing Steel Blade to slam it. So, what's Cayle got down here? Remembrance. Nah. Yep, that was beautiful. Yeah, I think looking backwards at this match, Cayle just, he got, I think, pretty baited early on. Nick did a really good job of pushing him into defensive positions that he didn't want to be in. And that allowed Nick to just put the pressure on late. And Cayle was really struggling to find answers for it. I think this is a really great interpretation of the Dorinthia deck. You don't see it played this way often. Often it's played a lot more upfront, a lot more aggressive. But Nick's just slowed it right down. He's deliberately said, I'm going to play fairly low value, low base attacks early on. And just play for that late game. Yeah, just looking at the Twitch chat, they're saying that on that route play, you should have sent back the Unmovable. The only thing with that is that I don't think he wanted to let that weapon attack go by. So he did want to make sure that that attack connected, that second attack. So giving him back an Unmovable that he can potentially play, it's just opening up too much risk for Nick. So the safe play, return the Crippling Crush, max is 3 damage. It's a no-in play. Whereas if he's going to discard 2 cards, it's still less damage than the Unmovable, less block than the Unmovable play. But most of all, you can control it because you've got that ability to play other cards. Alright. What a cool match. A really good display of control and aggression. Great one to watch. Highly recommend this to anyone out there. Show it to your friends. We'll put it up on YouTube. And a great way to learn about how to play the Warrior deck. Maximize your advantages. I've been your host. Hopefully my voice has entertained you and not irritated you. But that's just the way it is. I'm going to stop the stream now, so enjoy the rest of your evenings. Kia ora, tēnā koe, chibur.